Hey, I'm Bo, and this is a Bo Show. Often when I'm working with buyers, it's good to let them know about how Virginia is very buyer friendly. Virginia has a residential property disclosure that essentially acts as the impetus to get buyers to do their homework and do their due diligence. So what I'd like to do today, we're outside because it's a beautiful day. It's getting a little bit cooler, but I wanted to take a few minutes to walk you through some of the key steps that will position you as a buyer to be poised very well strategically to go through your home buying process. One of the number one aspects about buying a home is making sure you're getting something that is in great shape. The way to do that is to have a home inspection contingency. So with a home inspection contingency, you'll have the ability to have a trusted professional home inspector come out to the house during that contingency period and kind of soup to nuts inspect the whole house. After you get your home inspection accomplished, you'll sit down with your agent and kind of walk through those to determine if there's something in the home inspection that is of such a nature that you want to get out of the purchase. Now, please know that everything is negotiable with the home inspection, so if you see something that you want to be fixed, it opens the negotiation back again. But throughout each of these contingencies, you as a buyer are in control with your ratified contract. Another great contingency avenue that a great agent is going to highly recommend to you is to have a financing contingency. And your financing contingency is going to be linked directly to your loan and whether or not you're going to be able to successfully get your loan. And the key thing there is that you're going to be working closely with your lender to make sure your process goes through and that you actually get your loan on time. One other aspect of the financing contingency is the appraisal. Your lender is going to kick off the appraisal process as soon as you have a ratified contract. So the appraisal is going to get kicked off, and usually within about 10 to 14 days, the appraisal process is complete. And when you get your appraisal back, if it's low, you have one of four things that you can possibly do. One, you can kick out, you can get out of the contract and say, hey, I don't want this, and get all your money back. Two, if you really liked the house and the seller really wanted to sell the house, you can negotiate with the seller to sell it to you at that appraised value. The third thing you could do is the buyer could say, we love the home so much, we're still gonna pay $100,000. The seller says, I'm not reducing the price. Buy it at $100,000, but the key point here is that your lender is only going to give you $90,000 because the lender is only going to loan you the amount that was appraised. In this situation, the buyer would have to come up with an additional 10 grand. And then the fourth option that you could do is good for you, good for me. You negotiate somewhere in the middle. The seller reduces their price $5,000, and you would essentially be paying $5,000 more than the appraisal. One other contingency that you should be aware of is if you're purchasing a home that is within a homeowners association, or often called a property owners association, or a condo in a condominium owners association, by law, you have 3 days to review all of the appropriate homeowners association or condo association documents to make sure you're buying into an organization that is solid. What you don't want to do is to buy into a condo association or a homeowners association that is super poor. They may not have utilized their funds appropriately. They may have some significant issues in the structure of the condominium. I had a client about a year or so ago purchase into a condominium, and within the condominium documents they said actually that if you're coming into the elevator and you have a pet and there's somebody else on the elevator, that you had to wait for the next open car, the next open elevator. And for a condominium that touted themselves as very pet friendly, that kind of didn't sit too well with my buyers because they were dog lovers. And that one event alone was enough for them to say, you know, we don't think we want to buy into this condominium association. And the cool thing is that they were able to get out of it underneath the condominium association document review process and get all their money back. So wrapping up, we covered several different key contingencies that will position you strategically for the best buying process. We talked about the home inspection contingency. We talked about the financing and the appraisal contingency. And lastly, we talked about the homeowners association document review or the condominium owner's document review. Hopefully you've got a great agent that's going to be walking you through all of these processes to make sure that you have a great purchase process. Take care and stay healthy.